hold your tears back. We put the bang and bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a nah flex. While you there looking depressed, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. The Ravens at 1-10 now on the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels. Because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play. And that'll make it second down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Huntley to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Randy Gregory able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Now Wilson on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. John Ross, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, You want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Fields it right around the goal line. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one. Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's Huntley. It's caught. Beckham. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, Huntley. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They begin the drive with Williams. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 18.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing, and he does exactly that. Picks up the first down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the first down.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They go play action with Wilson. Out to his left. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Fights through him. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll get this to Nwangu. Touchdown! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 in the first. Dobbins running out of the gun. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 63 yards rushing for it as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
There we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw on 3rd down. Huntley, that ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. He's got the first down and more. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Dobbins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Huntley got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On third down, Wilson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Dobbins. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down. Huntley. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. It got his man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
DJ Jones
in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Huntley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's got some space here. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
19.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he will find his man, Sutton. That's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On 1st down, Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
Fielded right around the 8.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling.
He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert O. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go again with Dobbins. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Wilson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
120 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Looked like they might have been thinking safety with that pressure off the edge instead of worrying about the running back.
I like the observation because many defenses in that situation actually have get a safety in their play call. Upfield penetration, try and trap them in the backfield. Instead, absolutely escaped and fled for huge yardage on that play.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check smash, check smash.
Back to throw. Huntley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept the pass to expecting to intercept pass.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And at this point, after that return,
return for a touchdown. I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now that'll cut the lead down to 28. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw is Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver, that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. John Ross, 33 yards. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession. And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Huntley to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Huntley. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. It's Williams on the catch. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Again, Wilson.
Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He'll get this to Kene Nwangu complete.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Kene Nwangu.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
To throw, Huntley.
He completes it to Beckham.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here's Huntley. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Back to throw. Huntley. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Huntley. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 3rd down, Huntley.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap and a give to down.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go play action with Wilson.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
Finding room at midfield.
He's got daylight. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Badgley on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Broncos 63, Ravens 14.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top.
And my goodness, another interception. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. The 20. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
A short kick taken at the 18. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as
and Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Gotta go, hit it up. Let's go.
On first down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. Wilson wants to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Washington. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side,